everyone, and welcome to another session of Wisdom Waves Wednesday. Today, we have an incredible guest, Anupama Dalmia, with us, someone who wears many hats and wears them all with unmatched excellence. Anupama is a multi award winning blogger, author, digital content creator, social entrepreneur, and a writing mentor. She is a Karamveer Chakra Platinum Awardee, a prestigious honor associated with the United Nations, and has been featured for some of the India's top media platforms as a leading blogger, influencer, and entrepreneur. She's also a national president of the Holistic Child Development Council at WICCI and a true champion for women and children. Through her non-profit foundation, Building Bridges, Anupama has mentored 10,000 plus kids and teens globally and helped 350 plus women set up their small business, a true embodiment of empowerment and impact. So, we are so thrilled that Anupama is with us today. Thank you so much, Anupama, for accepting our invite and being there with us to share some of the impacts which women can create in the society.
Thank you so much for inviting. I'm sorry for my throat. I have a bit of a, because of the season. But yes, thank you so much for inviting me, Swati. It's a pleasure to be here and I'm looking forward to our conversation.
Lovely, lovely. So, our topic for today is power of women,
Yeah.
their impact, growth, and legacy, which I think you're the best person who can talk about this.
Yes, it's a great topic, I think, and very relevant as well. So yeah, I'm really excited to share my insights and experiences.
Awesome, awesome. Same as me. I am equally excited. So, Anupama, I would ask your permission and I would have few questions for you.
Sure.
And if you give me the permission, I would ask those questions.
Yes, please go ahead. We can start.
Awesome, awesome. So, first, Anupama, since you have an incredible journey as a writer, entrepreneur, and a mentor, can you share a bit about how it all began and what inspired you to start this journey?
So it's been a long journey, honestly. So I'll just kind of, like keep it short because
Hmm.
there's so many things that have happened as you shared, that I've been involved in so many things.
Hmm.
So I was at Infosys in a regular corporate job,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
it was all going great. I was doing pretty well. I was also having fun. But
Hmm. Hmm.
there was this one incident, no, I won't say incident. So there was an experience where I actually had to represent the company at a very big event when my boss's boss couldn't come. So it was like, I had to pitch in. And
Hmm.
I aced it, so I received a lot of appreciation from the management. But I did not feel the kick, the kick we feel when we've
Hmm.
like accomplished something. That
Right.
was the
Right.
moment which made me reflect that what is this, like, you've just done an incredible job. You will
Right.
definitely get, like, a good hike or good rating. Why
Right.
aren't you jumping around? And I think for me that was the moment when I realized that it's probably because I'm not doing things which is me. And
Hmm.
yes, that
Hmm.
was the, I would say, like, that tipping moment. The
Hmm.
next day I just went to my husband and said, I want to resign. And it was like, okay. Because I'm talking about a
Uh,
time this was not so much heard of. Today we talk a
hmm.
lot about entrepreneurship. Things have changed,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
system has changed. But I'm talking about like 12 years ago, and it was very different
Hmm.
back then. So that decision was met with a lot of mixed reactions. But
Wow.
then, yes, I have always been somebody, who's unstoppable and a go-getter. And I also don't worry
Wow.
about the naysayers and the noise. So I was like,
Hmm.
see, I want to try a different path. I want to explore and see whether I can really do things that mean a lot to me.
Wow.
And that's how it all started.
Huh.
Unlike what people think that I resigned because of being a mom, no, actually, I did it earlier. And the
Wow.
journey began then. And yeah, and then one after the other, I just, I would say that I kept exploring things. And sometimes, I
Right.
would say that even the dreams found me, so not all of it was what I chased.
Wow.
I think there were
Wow.
certain things that chased me. And
Huh.
it's been a fantastic journey. And I feel that all of us must explore, ourselves,
Hmm.
because I feel we all can do so much, and
Wow.
there's no end to what we can do. So yeah, that's what I
Absolutely.
believe in, and that's how
Absolutely.
it all happened. Yeah.
Wow, wow. This is so, so, so inspiring. I loved every bit of it. So, sir, tell me, women today are creating waves across industries, across societies, everywhere. So, how do you see the role of women evolving in today's modern world?
See, as you said, that of course women are no longer just,
Hmm.
participating in things. Like earlier, it
Yes.
was all about, they were participating in, say, being a homemaker, or, they're
Hmm.
always told that this is what you're supposed to do, or
Yeah.
this is what your role is. So from then to
Hmm.
now, of course, it is very different, because now we have women who are leading, who are innovating,
Hmm.
they are shaping the world, I feel, in profound ways. And so I feel the
Yeah.
role of women is definitely evolving from being doers to being decision makers. And I think
Yeah.
that's a very big shift. So there are a lot of
Hmm.
breaking of stereotypes. But I think
Yeah.
what the biggest thing, what I feel women are doing
Hmm.
today, which is really going to change a lot of things in the future, is women
Hmm.
are building ecosystems, which is
Hmm.
uplifting other women also. So
Yeah.
it's like they are bringing up the entire community and not just themselves. And I
Hmm.
think that truly is one of the biggest change which I feel women
Yeah.
can bring about in today's world. So for
Very.
example, we all, I'm sure, know of so many platforms, which are women
Hmm.
centric, where there's a woman who's actually building an ecosystem, or say a community for other
Yeah.
women to grow, for moms, for women, for
Hmm.
so many
Hmm.
other, like, you can say, different target groups. So
Right.
this is what I truly love. And I think it's the power of sisterhood, I feel, truly is what is already bringing about a lot of change, and is further, I think, going to take women a level higher in the society.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can't agree with you more. So, when I talk about women and when I think about women, I can think about Indra Nooyi, I can think
Yes.
about Priyanka Chopra, all the actresses, all our mothers. Like, there's so many mothers who are still in the industry and who are still doing. So, other than that, also, like, we as mothers, we have started shifting our mindset to just being a homemaker, to an evolver, to to making creating impact for, so that our children also I mean, they idolize us. So
Absolutely,
when we
absolutely.
are doing something, they know that, okay, when mama is doing something, I should also do something of my life. So because they're
Yes.
mirroring us.
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. I would like to just share a very quick incident here when you
Hmm.
said this. That my daughter, one day she was writing a letter to her future self. It was a part of a journal that somebody had gifted her. And I
Ah.
was so happy when I saw that the first thing she wrote about was her ambition. That,
Hmm. Hmm.
the future self, that's the first thing she thought of, that what am I going to be professionally, where I'm going to be. And I
Wow.
feel this is what we truly need to give the next generation
Hmm.
of girls,
Correct.
because we all have been brought up differently. But we
Hmm.
realize, there's a lot of realization that's happened in our generation. I feel we are like
Yeah.
the transition generation. So I
Hmm.
think this confidence to the girls, that you come first, your aspirations come first, your
Yeah.
ambitions come
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
I think
Hmm.
giving them that support and confidence is very important, and I was really
Absolutely.
happy to see that. So then I felt that, okay, I'm doing something right, because as moms we tend to feel guilty also at times,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. True, true,
So
very
this
true.
was like, for me, a reminder that, okay, no, you're going fine, you just seeing the right things and
Huh.
the right examples.
Right, right. No, absolutely, because we are the ones who are giving wings to our children.
Absolutely.
So that's how they are learning from us.
Right.
Now, through Building Bridges Foundation, you have like helped so many women, like 350
Yes.
plus women is like huge. Now, set their own business. So, what are the key challenges which you noticed women face when starting small businesses,
Right.
and how do you help overcome those challenges, basically?
Yeah. I'm glad you asked this, because if there are other women who are watching, can probably also, benefit from what we're doing.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
there are three main challenges that, if I have to, like, sort of bracket it in broader, sort of categories, which
Hmm.
I have seen that women face. The first being self-doubt, and I think that also
Hmm.
comes with a lot of conditioning, and how the society has been. So many
Absolutely.
women, they are talented, they have great ideas, but they don't have that confidence. They feel that, I don't
Hmm.
know whether this is fine, am I doing something right, can I even do this? Because again, I think it's all a lot to do with, again, all that the conditioning of the society, the way we've been, again, brought up in a certain generation. So
Right,
confidence and,
right.
that is there. The second issue, which we definitely are, really trying to address, that was in fact the whole purpose of Building Bridges Foundation to take shape, is lack of access to resources. So what happens is that there are many women who, again, have great ideas. They want to do something. They have some sort of a vision as well. But
Yeah,
beyond the point, they don't know how to go about things. And there is a
yeah.
genuine challenge of awareness, so access to
Um,
resources. That is one gap which, actually, like I said, when we started Building Bridges, I was like, this is one thing definitely, we got to bridge by bringing in expertise and, resources and awareness in how to go about things. And the last, sort of, I would say, the major challenge that I've seen that women are facing is societal expectations. So for
yeah.
example, when we are mentoring women, it'll be like, okay, I'll tell them, see, this is, let's have a plan. In 1 week, you do this. The next day, she comes and tells me, look, when I was doing this, my husband is not happy, my in-laws are not happy, my child wants this. You get me, right? And I do
Absolutely.
understand that, so it is a genuine challenge, these societal expectations where she's expected to fulfill everything and then you do what you want. It's like, so it's never like I can balance or prioritize. So I think there also we are trying to address this issue by,
Right.
so like you asked, that what are we doing to address these? So what we are trying to do is, firstly, like I said, we are trying to build confidence through mentorship, give them that assurance that, no, you're going great. If there's nobody else appreciating you, we are there. And, we are
Right.
there to
Right.
identify your strengths and, that we are great.
Hmm.
And like I said, providing them networks as well. So they form this network with other women and, it's like growth. And we also handhold them as they establish their businesses. We have expert
Wow.
volunteers. I also do a lot of sessions. So,
Wow.
for different things, we have people who come in and mentor them, guide them. And we also try to, amplify their voices. We help to,
Wow.
sort of give shout outs to their business. So they get some
Hmm.
sort of visibility and support there.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so you can say in a nutshell, it's like about equipping them with tools and you can say a belief system, where they can
Hmm.
thrive, basically. So that's how
Right.
it, basically, the foundation.
Wow. Wow. This is so beautiful. And I am so glad that you're doing this because I think so I always say this proverb. I don't know how many times I've said this because if a mom is happy and our mom is
Right.
content, then only she can have a content child and then only they'll have a content family and a
Absolutely
happy
well said.
family. So people or world or we ourselves, we keep ourselves so much at the end. I remember my mom having dinner always at the
Yeah.
end. Do what may,
Yeah.
how much Papa used to say that नहीं साथ में बैठ के
Right.
खाते हैं, let's eat together. But mom had the same thing. नहीं आप लोग खा लो उसके बाद क्यों खा लेंगे
Exactly.
यार? Why can't we to change this? I mean, if you are eating together, if you are eating the same food as us, and the whole food is cooked, why do you have to serve that hot paratha? Or for that matter, why do you have to eat at the end? I mean, that doesn't make sense. Even if mama is not well and the whole family is not well, mama will not take her medicine. She will not sit quietly. She will make sure बच्चों के लिए काढ़ा बनाया, सबके लिए काढ़ा बनाया,
Absolutely.
and then she is drinking for herself. And if not, she's omitting that
Yes.
also. So I think it's important that you think about your wishes. It's important that you think about yourself rather than putting others, on the first place. Put yourselves on the first place,
Yes.
then the children, then the family. So I think it's like the right time when moms and when mothers, when women, they should think about themselves.
I agree.
And
Yeah.
I think you're doing a commendable job.
Thank you.
So that comes to our next question. What role do women entrepreneurs play in driving social and economic change in society? And can you share some inspiring stories from the women you
Yeah.
mentor?
Oh, actually, there are so many inspiring stories if you ask me from the women I mentor, because, I'm also somebody who believes in co-learning. So in any case, I'm a
Hmm.
person who finds that inspiration easily also, because I feel inspiration is all around us and it's just on us to take that inspiration. Having said
Lovely.
that, I feel the biggest change that you said, because the first part of your question was about, how women can actually bring about things, bring about a change, at economic level. I feel, the biggest thing women are doing again is bringing a lot of inclusivity in the businesses also. I'll give an example. So I know this woman who, she's into organic farming. So she first, sort of, you can say, built her own business in organic farming, became a thriving enterprise. But now what she does is she employs other women from, nearby villages. So she's even creating sustainable livelihoods for them, So it's like, so I feel this is what women entrepreneurs are doing today, that they are driving change at grassroots roots level, and I think, and that's definitely going to bring a big impact in the economy, obviously, So I think this is one thing which I'm seeing, in a lot of women entrepreneurs that I interact with, and not just the ones I mentor, but even the ones I meet, say, as a part of events or, we visit where it's like, say, a community coming together. Also, what I feel is, that now this is my opinion, and I know it can sometimes be controversial. I honestly feel women entrepreneurs or women leaders are more empathetic. Yes, I do feel they are more empathetic, and I know probably the men can take some, sort of offense to that, but that's what I feel, and I feel that very strongly that they have that sensitivity in them, which again I feel can help businesses thrive more long term. This is what I've seen, that they have that. They don't. I mean, so again, like, of course, we all should think money, and I always say that, women, go think money. You need to think money. Don't feel guilty about it. But I feel women can balance that monetary aspect of a business with the sensitivity much better than, say, the male leaders, which is why I feel there can be more longevity once a woman, she's made her enterprise into a thriving enterprise, which is great again for the economy, because you have more happy employees, and you are, I feel that when you do a business with a lot of authenticity and empathy, there will definitely be a much more long-term benefit. You will even see financially. I can talk from my own experience, So I run a company called Beyond the Box, as a part of which we work with children and now also adults. When I started this business, it's an impact-driven business. So for me, it was always about balancing the business with impact. A lot of people, gave me many suggestions, which was, compromising with the values. But I was like, I'm not in a hurry. I'm not going to compromise on my values. And today, coincidentally, just before I came for this live, Beyond the Box was featured by Economic Times among the one of the best brands of this year, like the brands which have been doing well. This has taken time, so I feel it's the women entrepreneurs who have that patience and sort of sense to keep at their values, which I feel works much better in the longer run. So yeah, that's
wow. Yeah. So yesterday only I was reading this book. So this book mentions that women are like water. They are like flowing water, and men are like rocks. So basically, because of which what happens, what you said is absolutely correct, because women has got empathy, women has got more emotions, they understand the gray, the between the lines, what you mean, like not black, not white, they understand between the lines. But men don't understand that, because they've always been that rock figure, because women are flowy. They go with the flow, they understand emotions, they understand people, they understand true intentions. That's why women have got those sixth sense, but men don't have it. And that's why it's so difficult for men to understand what is the gray area behind it. So when you said this, I just remembered that what I read, because that is so true. Because I mean, when psychologists say this, they say with a lot of scientific research behind it. And when
so the men don't need to take
absolutely right. You are bang on to it. When you said this, it reminded me of what I read. I was like, wow, this is awesome. And this is actually, I mean, now it's marrying with each other. It is making sense on what you're saying and what you're feeling.
Right.
So you're also an acclaimed writing mentor. So how do you think creative expression, particularly writing, helps women find their voice and create impact?
I think my entire journey is a proof of how writing and, sort of like the expression, the written expression can create an impact, because
Huh.
that's how I started. And I know so many other fellow writers, all of us have started like
Hmm.
that. So I feel the biggest thing writing does is, it gives you your own space. I feel it's very empowering that way. And I
Hmm.
was sharing the same thing on some other platform, just very recently, that when I want to share something, if I ask people to come and sit and listen, they may not come. But when I have to write and share
Hmm.
it, I don't need to worry about that, right? I just put my thoughts across and
Yeah.
just share it. So I think that itself,
Hmm.
firstly, is very empowering, that it is my own space, when I am sharing, say,
Wow.
through a
Hmm.
book or through a blog or whatever, the platform can be anything. It might
Hmm.
not even be
Hmm.
for the
Hmm.
public consumption, it might just be a journal, but it is still my own
Wow.
space of expression. So I think that is important.
Absolutely. Huh.
Also, what I feel is,
Hmm.
apart from sharing, it inspires action. So a lot of times we
Hmm.
have seen, the power of digital media. Writing something triggers a dialogue, and then maybe, I mean, we have proof of how changes have also come about because of,
Correct.
social media
Hmm.
furor over something, and that comes from writing. People have used writing to share their thoughts,
Correct.
right? I think it
Absolutely.
inspires
Hmm.
action. Also, what I feel is it
Huh.
leaves a very strong legacy for other women. Because if we think of our
Hmm.
own journeys, we have also read women and got inspired, right? So I may
Yes,
not be there
absolutely.
tomorrow, but my words are going to be there. And I think that legacy that we
Hmm.
leave for many, many generations to come, I think we are creating something of great value there. So, I think in all these
Hmm.
aspects, I feel this is such a powerful medium. And I always tell even my mentees, the people I mentor, be it a
Hmm.
child or even an adult, that you don't really have to be a professional writer to embrace the creative writing, uh, the
Correct.
expression. It's just a tool.
Hmm.
I always tell them it's just a tool to acknowledge your emotions. Sometimes, we have these uncomfortable emotions within us. We might be frustrated.
Hmm.
We might
Hmm.
just need a vent also,
Right.
right? So I always tell them that use it like a tool to take everything out at a very
Hmm.
safe space,
Right.
and if you want to share it
Hmm.
for the
Hmm.
public, yes, great, do even that. At least you will have many others come and tell you that, look, we are in the same boat, and you will feel like,
Hmm.
you know, yeah. And
Right.
that's how, in fact, my non-profit, it actually began like that,
Hmm.
because when I started my blogging journey, I used to write a lot of blog posts on social issues, or the reality of
Hmm.
motherhood, not just the rosy picture, the challenges. And
Right.
the many
Correct.
women, they would start messaging me, oh, we relate to this, I'm going through this problem too. They would start opening
Ah,
up.
wow.
And that's how it just
Hmm.
became a thing that, sharing with Anupama makes us feel better. And that's when I realized that maybe there's a need for a more systematic space to, sort of
Good. Hmm.
support
Hmm.
women who are going through such challenges and help them make their lives better.
Wow.
So, see, that's how a complete organization came about, just by the written expression. So, yeah,
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
indeed, I think something all of us should embrace, especially women.
Right, right. That's so beautiful. So we connect in a lot of things unknowingly. So I am a creative writing teacher.
Yeah, yeah.
I take creative writing classes for children. So through a2z.com, I have just written a book. So it's on publishing
I
stage.
mean,
So that's why when you said this, I could feel so much because when I was writing or when I was doing creative writing, I was always in that stage of dilemma. I wasn't sure that am I teaching my children right or is just the writing will help them. But then when I see them evolving and when I see them pride of writing their own book, writing their blogs, or for that matter, I writing the blogs for then it felt that it is my story, it's my
right.
perception. So that has got
Yes.
power. And similarly, the way you said that when you wrote your, the challenges which mothers face or as a
Yeah.
women face, and people connect with you because the real life challenges or real life writing, people will connect,
Right. Absolutely.
people will
Absolutely.
understand, and people will connect. And that's a power of a writing
Yeah.
mentor,
Absolutely.
and you're fulfilling it beautifully, I think. So finally, what advice would you give to women who want to break barriers, like take up leadership roles and create meaningful changes in the
Yeah.
society?
The first advice I would give is don't you don't have to take everybody's advice, even if, I may say so, because I feel women are always, they've been told what to do. So I think that's the first thing I would say, that stop listening to everybody
Right.
and, look within more, try to understand yourself. What truly do you want? What truly
Yeah.
makes you happy? And,
Yeah.
what your priorities are. Having said that, one thing which I tell everybody is, own your ambitions unapologetically, because I even see now women being so guilty about having big
Wow.
ambitions, in terms of their professional
Yeah.
careers. And,
Yeah. Right.
unless we see, if you want to do something big, you have to think big. And to think big, you have to get
Yeah.
over that thing of, oh my God, should I be thinking that big?
Huh.
Should I be thinking that big numbers? Should I be, you can, you can be a great mom, great wife, great
Hmm.
daughter-in-law, whatever
Hmm.
roles, you're playing,
Hmm.
along with being a great professional, so that's a different role, and
Hmm.
it is as important,
Correct.
I feel. So that's something I always say, that,
Hmm.
own your
Hmm.
ambitions and your journey unapologetically. And also what I feel
Yeah.
is, one thing is important, that I always tell women that build a support system, in the sense that there'll always be the
Hmm.
naysayers, and then there'll be people who are, actually good to you, or, very supportive. They are your tribe, like I
Hmm.
say.
Hmm.
Because even when I
Yeah.
decided to resign, I had a lot of naysayers, but I chose to ignore and focus on those who were supporting me. So
Hmm.
that
Wow.
is important.
Hmm.
Don't think so much about the people who are being negative. That negative energy, you have to
Hmm.
block it
Wow.
out, because they will stop your growth.
Correct.
They will, take all your energies of your mind, that you'll spend 1 hour thinking about this is what they said, and then you'll be upset about it. So focus on the
Think about it.
positive
Right.
energy around you. I know it's not easy, it's
Wow.
easier said than done, but we can definitely attempt, we can try that. So
Correct.
that is
Hmm.
important,
Hmm.
to focus on the positive energy around you. I think this is very crucial for women, because, like I said, they constantly have those things around them, that this is wrong, or you shouldn't be doing this.
Hmm.
There'll be always, there'll be so
Hmm.
many people who will call your ambition as time pass also. I've seen so many women using
Ha
that.
ha ha. You agree. I
मन
agree. I agree.
लगाने के
Yes.
लिए,
Yes.
just you're doing something. So
Correct. Ha ha.
just
Correct.
block out that, that negative energy.
Hmm.
Also, what I feel is,
Wow.
sisterhood is important. Like I even said earlier, that as you go about in your journey, of course, it's
Hmm.
amazing to be powerful, successful, and everything. But don't forget that
Hmm.
there are other women who did something because of which we are here. So let's also
Yeah.
continue that. We need to
Right.
empower many women,
Hmm.
as we, I always say that let's fly together. Then the flight is fun. What's the fun in just flying alone? So,
Flying
yes.
alone.
So
That's so beautiful.
I really enjoyed, in fact, when I see other women growing,
Mhm.
succeeding, it just makes me so happy. So I
Right.
think let's be more supportive of, any women.
Hmm.
If you see
Hmm.
that you can help them in any way, do that, because, I think
Hmm.
we, I feel that, it's we only. I always tell this, that the way a woman understands a woman who is even a stranger, it's amazing. She'll
Hmm.
still have that something of,
Hmm.
understanding her situation,
Yeah.
and all. So yeah, that's
Hmm.
one
Hmm.
thing I would say, that, let's all together, be in this, because I feel when women come together as a single force, then we are truly unstoppable.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can't agree with you more. So this is so true, and this is what the change has created recently. Because previously, I remember I was working in an MNC like before my wedding. So you never wanted a woman manager.
Yeah.
Why? Because you knew that the women will either stop your your growth, or would envy what you're doing, would be jealous about stuff, and they will always be in a hustle tussle. You
Yes.
always wanted a male manager, but things have
Yes.
evolved, things have changed. Now women are standing for
Yes.
women. Now, if I look at you, Anupama, you are standing for women. You're making sure that other women are empowered. You're making sure that women are there for each other, with each other, do what may. Doesn't matter. So I so loved the things what you're doing for other women. You're empowering them. You're making sure that they're visible in terms of their eyes, in terms of others. And I really hats
Thank you
off
so
to
much.
what you're
Thank you
doing.
so much.
So, which finishes our question round. So now I have a small section of rapid
Oh my
fire.
God.
We wanted to know you a little more So it's a small rapid fire. So I thought, like, let's make it a fun thing also, so that all of us can have
Yes,
fun with it.
absolutely.
So can I just have just seven
Yeah, yeah,
questions,
please go
not a
ahead.
lot?
Yeah.
Thank you. So one woman who inspires you the most.
Like I said earlier, that I take inspiration from literally everybody. But if I have to truly mention one person, I would say my own mom. If you feel I am amazing, then she's four times what I am. So all that is
That's great.
hereditary, and I'm really
Basic.
blessed to have her in my life.
Oh, lovely. How sweet. That's beautiful. A book that changed your perspective.
So I'm a voracious reader, and I, again, like so many times we read, even fiction books change my perspective. Like when you read a story,
Hmm.
you think of a character in a certain
Hmm.
way. So I really can't choose one, because it's like almost as if I'm cheating on my other books that I've loved. uh, but I would mention the book Wonder. I'll tell you why.
Hmm.
Because I think when I read that book, I was at that stage in life, when you're like kind of evolving, growing, it was like long back. So I
Hmm.
sort of feel that the transformation after that was significant, so that's why I thought I'll mention that book. But
Hmm.
having said that, like I said,
Yeah.
I'm somebody who takes away something from most of the books I read, so I
Wow.
really enjoy reading.
Wow. So, yes, Wonder is a beautiful book. The way Augie stands for
Yeah.
himself, and I mean, I can't agree with that because
I
I
was
made
very
my daughter
moved,
read
after
this.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
I made my daughter read this, and when she read
Oh,
it, I mean, why? The reason why, because she was just going for her, like she was 9 when she read it. So I
okay.
knew the teenage is coming. She will
Yes.
feel that she's not good enough. She's not beautiful. She's not this.
Right.
She's not that. Because we all go through that. And it's important to embrace yourself. It's important to love yourself. And the
Yes.
Wonder is a true example to it.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so vouch into her. So, your favorite way to unwind your busy day?
So music is like my go-to thing a lot of times. I really love that, and of course, spending time with my daughter. I think nothing like it, because I usually have hectic schedules, and kids also these days I feel have hectic schedules. I keep joking that
Right.
they are busier than us. So generally, before sleeping, the time I spend with her, I feel that's like a time I really look forward to.
Wow.
It could even be a small conversation, maybe not
Hmm.
necessarily an
Hmm.
activity. So sometimes
Yeah.
we dance together, sometimes I would tell her a story, sometimes we would play games. So whatever, that time I feel it's like a very precious
Wow.
aspect of my life, and it really helps me unwind. And of course, I love traveling. I recently went to Goa with two of my really closest friends, and I think,
Oh,
oh my God,
wow.
it's been a rejuvenating trip.
Oh, friends are always rejuvenating, and especially Goa. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Lovely, lovely. So, one word that describes women.
Oh, that just describes women in general. Okay.
Yeah, women in general.
I would say beautiful. I think women are beautiful. Yeah, like that. And then I think, and when I say beautiful, of course, we look beautiful. But then, I think even the kind, like, I love interacting with women. There's
Hmm.
so much
Hmm.
layers to us.
Yeah.
There's so much of nuance in the way we look at things. And
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
joke with some of my male friends that, मैं ना boring यार. I can't have like a more than 5 minute conversation. But when I talk to
Hmm.
women, I can like really talk about
Hmm.
interesting things, and
Wow.
with so much of perspective. But though, of course, that was just a joke. But having said that,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I feel that they're just beautiful. I feel beautiful creatures of God.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So if you could choose, like if you could give one message to all women watching this live, what would it be?
So one, if I have to just keep it very
One
crisp,
message. Yeah.
short to one message, I would say, love yourself more.
Wow.
I think we
Okay.
really need to do more of that. We keep
Yeah.
loving everybody else around us.
Hmm.
And,
Yeah,
in that
true,
process,
true,
somewhere
very
we
true, very
forget
true.
ourselves. So love yourself more. You deserve it. And there's a very, big difference between selfishness and self-love. And often people mix them up. So, loving
Hmm.
yourself more doesn't mean you're selfish. So, yeah, that's
Hmm. Hmm. I always say it's not selfish, it's selfish.
I like that.
I
Bilkul,
say it
bilkul.
in all my, the workshops which I have with
Uh,
parents. I said, no, don't say
Perfect.
self-care is selfish, it's selfish. And that's
Nice,
why it's
nice,
that. So I always
nice.
remember
I
this.
like that.
So your go-to mantra for success.
My go-through mantra for success, I think it'll sound very cliched, but I think there is really no replacement to hard work.
Hmm.
The reason I'm saying this is because I see a lot of newer entrepreneurs want things fast, would want to take
Yeah, yeah.
shortcuts. It
True.
doesn't work. You know,
Hmm.
there
Hmm.
is it
Agree.
is an age-old thing, but so there's
Hmm.
one quote of mine, which I'd written once, and it kind of went viral on certain platforms that
Hmm.
the secret to success is in not wasting time to find out the secret to success and focusing on the work to be done instead, with hard work and honesty. And I totally stand by it even today.
Ah.
Also, one more thing I would say is the willingness to reinvent. I think, especially post COVID,
Hmm.
we have seen how that is
Exactly.
all the more important from a professional aspect today. So, always be willing to reinvent, and
Hmm. Hmm.
you will also not know that, oh my God, I can do this as well, or yeah, maybe this is
Hmm.
also something I would explore. So there's no limit to what you can do. So don't be
Wow.
afraid. Normally I've seen people being a little close that, no, no, this is
Hmm.
not my thing, or I don't think I can do this. Don't do that.
Hmm.
Just be more
Yeah.
open to reinventing yourself.
Hmm. Hmm. That's so beautiful. That's so true also, because COVID has taught us a lot. COVID
Yeah.
has taught us that, we can't be stuck. We cannot be like, we've never felt that, digital world can boom so much. We
Yeah,
did
yeah,
not know online schooling could have been possible, but it was possible. So a
yeah.
lot of people turned online during that time, and that was the
Correct.
biggest difference which created in the world.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
so the most rewarding part of your journey so far.
The most rewarding part of my journey, honestly, like a lot of people tell me that you've won so many awards and
Mhm.
accolades. But above that, I think the love of people, again, it may sound cliched, but truly, truly, I think I've earned so many blessings. The messages that I get from women thanking me, giving so much love, or even from my students, the kids I work with. Like when I was going through a personal challenge, there were kids who were writing poems, for me, that okay, just to
It's
make
so
me feel
sweet.
better. So I think this love that I've got from my community, from my kids, or
Hmm.
anybody else,
Hmm.
who's
Hmm.
been there through my journey or who's been following, I don't think there is anything above this. I feel, it's see, my achievements people will forget, my accolades
Hmm.
they'll forget, but this they will never forget.
Never
That
forget.
the kind of bond we had with her, or how she made us feel.
Ah,
And I think this is what we become is more important. I always tell
yeah.
people this, that what we become in the process of what we are doing, I think that is important, not what we are gaining in that process. So
Correct.
for me,
Hmm.
I think all this is, sort of, you can say, testament to that. So yes,
Wow.
that's what I feel.
How lovely, how lovely. So, Anupama, I think you have been such an inspiring person. And our session was about wisdom waves, but the kind of wisdom you shared in the session is incredible. I can't thank you enough. So,
Thank you
so
so
thank
much.
you for the way you shared so effortlessly. I think this was one of the most beautiful life I had so far,
How
because
sweet.
so your vision is clear, how you're empowering women, that is so clear. So there's nothing which you are doing everything exactly on the way you're planning it to, and
Yeah,
that is why you're so inspiring.
thank you. I'm
And
really touched.
so
Thank you.
no, no, absolutely. I mean, I can't thank you enough for coming here and for everyone watching. So let's take a moment to reflect on how how we can contribute on supporting women around us. Like Anupama is doing her bit, but we all can do our own bits to make an impact in the world. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining in, and thank you so much, Anupama, for
Thank
accepting our
you.
inviting and
My
coming over
pleasure.
here. And if any of you found this session valuable, don't forget to share with your family and friends. And let's continue to empower and uplift each other. And thank you once again, Anupama, and thank you everyone who joined us today. Until next time, keep creating waves of wisdom together.
Absolutely. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you so much.
Thank you.